Welcome to Fomo Consulting for your Xela stock analysis video on Sunday, August 8th. Ladies and gentlemen, this stock looks like it's ready for launch, and as always, the apes are winning, the diamond hands are winning, most importantly, the retail investors winning. So if you find this video informative and entertaining, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's a newer channel, and I would appreciate the support. Let's get into the video. Exile has confirmed their earnings report Tuesday, August 10th, pre-market. Certainly very exciting, could be a huge catalyst for this stock tomorrow as well as on Tuesday if earnings come out and are decent, specifically an increase in revenue growth and a debt reduction. Overall, current year EPS consensus estimate is negative $1.74. If they can improve this substantially month over month, year over year, certainly a huge catalyst for this company that is already over $1 billion with a smaller market cap. Xela has been in the news quite frequently recently. Their HR Solutions Comprehensive Human Resource Outsourcing Services goes live in India and the United States. That came out a couple of days ago. So overall, this company is really expanding its reach globally. It's becoming a critical piece to a lot of the Fortune 500, Fortune 100 companies. It's an exciting company. It just needs to obviously get its financials in order. Overall, what intrigues me about this particular stock is actually the shares outstanding are quite low, at least the free float is, and more importantly, the market cap on a $1 billion plus revenue company with 18,000 employees plus, certainly on a growth trajectory. It would overall appear to me personally to be a fantastic investment and a play. Again, it is a risky penny stock. There's a lot of things that can go wrong with this. Certainly do your own due diligence. I am not a financial advisor, nor is this financial advice. But if you look at the stats overall, this company is certainly on a growth trajectory and certainly has a lot of upside. And again, they have increased their SMB user growth with over 2 times new signups. And this just came out within the last week as well. So again, after doing my own due diligence, I'm becoming increasingly confident and excited about this particular company. So let's look at how Exile did on Friday. It had an absolute fantastic day Friday, up 20 cents to $3.22, down a bit after hours, no big deal. But overall, obviously, volatility was the name of the game Friday. It posted a low of $2.83 and then bounced very, very heavily and recovered to $3.27 before kind of consolidating for the remainder of the day and closing at $3.22. But overall, as you can see, for the first half of the day, it pretty well followed the NASDAQ, and then it separated itself after the bounce with heavy, heavy buying pressure, pickup in volume. So overall, it was a fantastic way to close the week, and certainly a very bullish indicator going into earnings on Tuesday morning. So looking at the options chain for Exile, which is relatively new, overall, as you can see on the put side, there's about 7,000 in open interest at the $2.50 strike level. But more than anything else, it is very, very bullish on the call side. You've got 12,000 in open interest at the $4 strike, and at the $5 strike, you've got over 20,000. A nice, strong catalyst going into earnings. Could very well cause a gamma squeeze for this stock, very similar to what AMC GME went through. It just needs to approach that $4 level, and no doubt additional buying pressure will occur. And next month, again, you see the same pattern. A lot of open interest on the call side between $4 and $5, and you're starting to see some volume pick up at the $7.50 level. So overall, again, this stock with some additional buying pressure, price rise, could very, very well be in gamma squeeze territory, and it reminds me very, very much of GME, although obviously it's not. I'm not advocating for a $400 or $500 stock, but it certainly has the potential for a very sharp run up. If you look at the overall volume on the options chain through Friday, the volume was a little over 11,000. Again, for a stock this size with the market cap and shares outstanding, this is actually very high. 9.4 to 1 call versus put ratio. Absolutely incredible bullish sentiment around this stock. And as you can see on the right, the overall contracts traded, especially on the larger side, were all very, very bullish. Tons of calls up and down the chain. And in comparison to GME currently expiring this Friday, you can certainly see the big difference in open interest around the overall trading area that we're in. At the price point that we're in around the 150 level, you do not see near the amount of open interest, even on GME, which has a similar shares outstanding count as Xela. You certainly see far more bullish sentiment around Exile currently. So let's look at the trading week. This is over the 5-day, 5-minute chart. You certainly see where Exile has had a very volatile week. Got to a high of $3.54. Quickly shot down after we hit that resistance, and it obviously rebounded on Friday after hitting an intraday low of $2.83 and rebounded to close at $3.22. So again, I believe personally this stock is poised for a launch this week, assuming earnings come out decent. And again, that level of support right around that 283 was absolutely key. We've hovered around it before earlier in the week, as you can see. And we need, obviously, to break $3.25 to make that next leg up to really shoot for that 350 area. The 325 is not tremendously difficult, I don't believe, to get through. I believe we may even gap up pre-market over it. But overall, it is a resistance nonetheless, as you can see. And again, 350 is the absolute goal. You get to 350, I believe we'll be at $4 in no time. And again, you start putting gamma hedging very much in play at that point. And as you can see, even the pros think that there's a lot of bullish sentiment and a lot of positive outlook around this stock on the chart, pretty much short, mid, and long term. So again, looking at the 1 hour chart, certainly you see where after the big run up earlier this week of $3.54, it retraced about 50%, hit the Fibonacci and bounced on Friday. So overall, that level was very, very key to bounce from. The MACD just started a bullish crossover on the 1 hour, and the RSI still has an awful lot of room to run on the 1 hour chart. So let's look at the 4 hour chart. Overall, you can certainly see where the RSI, albeit on the bullish side, still has a ton of room to run, and the MACD is in bullish territory. Just recently started a bullish crossover, but overall, again, breaking that 325 level is going to be key. The next one will be 350, and we'll be at $4 in no time, in my opinion. Looking at the longer time frame on the daily, I'm a big fan of the alligator indicator. Those that have watched me on the AMC stuff know that I'm a huge fan of this, obviously for longer term momentum plays, and we are certainly opening that alligator's mouth to start eating hedgies and shorts quite quickly. We are now starting a bullish run, it would appear, and on the 1 day chart, you can certainly see we are very close to a bullish MACD crossover, and RSI has a lot of room to run. So looking at the overall trend, you certainly see an uptrend on the daily, no doubt. You now see a somewhat of a pennant formation starting. We are nearing the end of that. We could very well break out of that tomorrow or Tuesday, assuming that we have catalyst around earnings, and we could launch from there. Certainly, again, a lot of room to run on MACD and RSI. So looking at the weekly chart, you can certainly see where that 350 area has been resistance on several occasions. We need to break through that, but first is that 325 level. So again, RSI MACD is certainly in a good spot. So let's look at the Vortex Data. You can certainly see it is heavily shorted, albeit some of the trend on utilization is down, and I'll show you why very shortly. Short interest is now trending back upwards again, and so let's look at the Vortex Data. Overall, there are 10 institutional owners. They are all long only. There are 0 short only and 0 long short only. Those would be due to 13F filings. Shares on loan 12.51 million. Cost to borrow 10.53%, which is very high. Utilization has come down just a bit, 73.71. Overall short interest is 22.26, came down about 13%, mostly due to return shares, 3.78 million. They borrowed 2.12 million on Friday, likely shorted it very heavily first thing in the morning due to the weakness, and obviously pressed the price down to 283. Certainly, the volume was a little bit lower than it had been in recent days at 33 million. According to Fintel, there are 350,000 short shares available. Take that with a big grain of salt at a fee of 9.02. And overall, you can certainly see, much like AMC, it is over 80% owned by retail investors. So again, with some buying pressure this week, low market cap, low float, this stock can absolutely rocket. I have seen it many, many times, as you have, and it would remind me again very much of GME. So I would like to thank you all for watching. If you found this video informative, entertaining, please like, share, certainly comment, and most importantly, subscribe. It's a newer channel, and I appreciate the support. But again, thank you for watching, and I hope your life is full of green candles. Take care. Talk to you soon.